Says we're going live. Oh, look, we're live. We're live on YouTube.
Cool.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
It'll tell us here in a minute however many people's up there. Here. There you go. As soon as we start getting viewers, it'll show you right there how many views we got. And then we'll ask people over here if they got any questions. So we got one viewer. Hello, whoever you are. 2 viewers. Pretty cool. Who we got on here tonight? Put your names over here or drop me a comment. Let me know. Look, we got 4.
Cool.
Cool beans.
You are on the
Oh, Sam's on there. What's up, buddy? Hope you're feeling better.
That's great.
James Teddy.
What?
Hey, James. See their names over here?
Yeah, that's cool, dudes.
Yeah. Cool. Travis Higgins. How's it going?
Like, cool, dude.
Pretty cool. Guys, can you hear us good? We got good feed down here?
Yes.
Let us know if you can hear good.
Yeah.
We are down here in the Outer Banks. I got my family down here. Yeah, we're at the beach. Can hear you real good. Great, great, great. We're down here on family vacation. We come down. I usually do this for my birthday each year, but we waited an extra week, and we decided we was going to do a live Q&A. We're going to wait till we get a couple more viewers. We're up to 7 now. And then we'll kind of open it up for any questions, anything you want to ask. Please keep it PG rated simply because I do have my oldest daughter here. I got my wife and my newest baby in the background, but keep it PG rated. But anything you want to ask scuba related, anything to do with Lake Hickory Scuba, feel free to ask anything. So that's why we're here today. We wanted to do a live Q&A for a very, very long time, and we just now getting around to do it. And Sam, you're watching. I got to give you props, man. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to get this set up today.
Okay.
So
You are talking a little fast, Dad.
Oh, am I?
But I understand it.
Okay. Give me a big thumbs up if you think Tessa's cuter than a little button, because she really is. How many we got watching now? What does it say? Right there. 7. We got 3 likes so far. Pretty cool. I live in the Midwest. Is lake diving fun? It sure is. You'd be surprised what you get to see in a lake.
Yeah.
Most lakes are man-made, so there's a lot of natural structures. There's a lot of man-made structures that were just flooded. Say if it was along a creek bottom or a riverbed, as a power company kind of floods that area, a lot of that stuff is still under the water. And if you've seen some of our previous videos of what's in our lake, such as my ancestors' property, that's really neat for us. We also have some graveyards in the lake, which is pretty cool to actually get. Yeah, graveyards, like skeletons and stuff like that.
And why have we never seen it before?
Well, yeah, I have seen it. You've just not been that deep yet. So we got 8, we got 9. See if we can get another one logged on real quick to watch us. Oh,
5
there's
likes.
10. Cool beans.
And
Let's see how
5
many more.
likes.
What's the typical viz there? In our lake, it just depends. On a nice rocky sandy bottom, on a good day, we may have 10 to 15 foot viz. That, of course, being in the wintertime. In the summertime, good to us would be about 5 feet in the summertime. But it just depends on where we're at, what the turbidity's like, and what the bottom composition is like. Oh, you want to show them your painting?
This is my painting.
So she's got a little octopus, and what else is there? A crab. It's pretty cool.
And there's another turtle I need to paint.
You got a turtle. Tell them what your favorite water animal is.
Dolphins.
You like dolphins? What's Daddy's?
Sharks.
Sharks. What kind of sharks?
Great white shark.
That's right, a great white shark. So any more questions, guys, feel free to put them there. If we start getting too many, I'll try to scroll through as quickly as I can. I'll try to answer the questions as best as I can. But like I said, feel free to ask me anything. Just please keep it PG rated. My little girl here can read, so whatever you put there, she's going to see.
This is my walrus.
Your walrus? Can you say that? Say walrus?
Walrus.
There you go. You like sharks too? What's your favorite type of sharks, James? Must be a delay here.
This is a whale.
Yep, there's a whale.
I have a lot of paintings.
You got to paint them.
Yeah, I know.
You ain't started yet. Oop, show them that one.
And this is a shark.
Yep, there's a shark. Hold it up. What kind of shark is that?
A great white shark.
That's right. So how is everybody? Most of you guys been diving lately the last few days? There should be about 10 or 15 second delay depending on where they're located. Cool. Thanks, Sam. It helps me out a lot.
Oh, we got 11.
Oh, yep. Let's see, James says he likes hammerheads.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so if you got a question, like I said, feel free. Put it down there. I'll try to answer it.
Daddy, can I talk?
Yes, you can talk.
And this is cool, but sharks are my daddy's favorite animal, and mine are dolphins.
Here's our dolphins.
Yeah.
You know we eat dolphins, right?
Some dolphins.
Yeah, your favorite's the bottom-nosed dolphin, the porpoise, right?
Yeah.
So the green ones we eat, they're really good.
You know mermaids used to exist.
Oh, look. Look who just logged on. Can you read that?
Hey, Tessa.
So that last comment, guys, that's my business partner. That's my dad. He's back at the shop while I've got my wife and two little girls down here at the beach. So tell Grandpa, hey.
Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
I need to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Mermaids used to exist in the water.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call, guys. Let's see who this is.
And when
Hello?
mermaids used to exist, they used to be part of the sea.
They hung up.
Well, that must be crazy.
Mermaids what?
Used to exist.
They used to exist? You don't believe in mermaids?
I do.
I thought you was a mermaid.
I do. I am a mermaid. They do exist.
Do you have a mermaid tail?
Yes, I have a mermaid tail.
Oh, James goes, who said they don't exist anymore? Say, we believe in mermaids.
We believe in mermaids. I accidentally said that.
Oh, okay. So it was you that said they didn't exist. Well, he goes, I believe still.
That's weird. You know,
They
guys,
know it ain't.
why is half of my hair kind of pink, kind of blonde?
Well, you tell everybody why your hair is pink and purple and blonde.
My hair is pink, purple, and blonde because I got it dyed Monday.
Yeah. So her mommy took it and got it dyed before our trip.
When I was not born, my dad's beard was really long.
My beard was really long.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And this is my purple hair that looks like Mal from Descendants.
Cool. All right, let's see if there's any more scuba questions on here. Guys, like I said, if you got any questions about scuba diving, put it on there. I'll try my best to answer it. Gear-related questions, courses. If you got a question on what course you should take or what's involved in a specialty, put that on there. I'll try to answer it too.
Daddy, there's another comment.
Mm-hmm.
Who's it from? LakeHickoryScuba, say something.
Oh, no, that's for us to respond. See, everybody up here, that's the questions they ask us, and then this right here is where we type in.
Hey, you know?
See, watch. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Oh.
Hey, guys. You know?
Oh, Tessa still got the coughs.
Sorry. But do you know, I need to tell you something.
Let's see.
Sea turtles can be snapping turtles.
Yep. All right, so we hit that button right there where my finger is, and we'll respond. Nope, that one. It says, hello from the Outer Banks. Well, Outer Bank. We're actually at the Outer Bank.
Do you know?
So somebody asked a question. Can you read that one?
Follow.
Nope, right there.
Can you tell us how you got into diving?
I sure can. If you go back, let's see, 1, 2, 3 comments or 3 comments before yours where Lake Hickory Scuba responded, my father, which is Tessa's grandfather, actually got me into diving in 1988. Both him and my mom were certified. And so when I was 6 years old, they used to let me get in a neighbor's swimming pool and basically breathe off a regulator and tank. And I absolutely just fell in love with it. I knew right then and there, sometime in life, I wanted to be a professional scuba diver. And of course, the rest is history. So it started way back when with my dad. And basically, he'd take an aluminum 80 with a regulator. He'd put me in the bottom of a pool, and I'd just sit there and suck on that regulator till all the air was out of the tank. I'd come up, get another tank, and just keep doing it over and over and over and over. And that's pretty much how I got into diving.
I can ask, you know, guys, if you really like this, you will get a lot of views if you do this at home. Oh, look.
Yep. Oh, hello from Curacao. We were just down in Curacao back in December. So that's pretty cool. We got viewers down there as well. What means scuba diving for you? I'm not quite sure if I understand the way you've got that worded. I guess you mean what does scuba diving mean for me? Meaning, what do I get out of it? What's the purpose?
Can I tell them?
And B. St. John, howdy from Ohio. What's up, buddy? Scuba diving to me is more than just a sport. It's more than just a hobby. It's basically, hold on a second. It's basically a way of life. Not only do I do it as a professional diver, because I co-own a dive shop and I teach scuba, but it truly is a way of life. When I wake up in the mornings, that's all I'm thinking about is going underwater, being able to explore or retrieve something. I'm big in the search and recovery part of scuba diving, so I really enjoy that. And I love being able, I coined a phrase called underwater time travel. I love going underwater and seeing things that no one has seen for many, many years. So the whole, yep. Hey guys from Bethlehem, Shane Crafton. We know him, don't we? Tell him hey. So yeah, to me, diving is definitely just a complete way of life for me. Oh, we like completely, there it came back on. It says, Dad responded again. Don't forget that you have a great grandfather started all for our family. I'll go back to that in just a second, but yeah, diving is definitely a way of life for me. Anything I can do underwater, that's what I enjoy doing. Yes.
Can I tell him I lost 5 teeth?
Go ahead. Tell him you lost 5. Show him.
I lost 5 teeth.
Tell him how you lost your first teeth.
I lost my
first tooth.
I lost my first tooth by scuba diving.
That's right. I had her in the pool. She was breathing off a regulator. She pulled it out. She goes, ow, something hurts. And she lost her first tooth. So it's pretty cool. But to go back to my father's comment, don't forget that your great-grandfather started it all. Guys, my grandfather, the patriarch of our family, is who got us into diving. He got certified. He got my dad certified. He got my mom certified. I got several cousins certified. And then, of course, when it come time for me to do it, if it wasn't for him, and if you've not seen the videos with him in it, go check it out. It's our historical dive videos on the Isaac Avery Stafford plot, which happens to be our ancestors' house in Lake Hickory. For the ones that are in our area, if you've ever been by our marina, you'll see that big old orange mooring buoy out in the water, and that actually marks the old home place. So if it wasn't for my grandfather, none of us would be divers. That's a great way to lose a tooth. Tell them the other ways we've got your teeth out.
My second tooth I lost was by a bow and arrow. I was so freaked out.
Yeah, we tied a dental floss to her tooth, and I hooked it to an arrow and shot the arrow, and her tooth come out. How else did you pull a tooth?
My third tooth I pulled on my own.
Yep.
Wait.
No, your third one I pulled.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
With a string.
My fourth one I pulled on my own. And the fifth one I pulled on my own.
Oh, we got another question. Read that right there.
What's your favorite type of diving?
That is a very, very good question. And I'm not sure I can give you one very specific type. So I'm going to give you a couple. You got it? And tell them.
My favorite thing about diving is when you use like breathing thing that helps you to breathe. Is
the regulator?
Yeah. It helps you to breathe underwater, and it's my favorite thing.
Cool. So I'll give you 3 of my favorite types of diving. I'm very, very big in search and recovery. I love looking for small stuff or big items if we're doing some type of salvage. I absolutely love to spearfish. A lot of you guys know I am an outdoorsman. I love to hunt and fish and hike and do all that stuff. Well, when hunting season ends, of course, I need some targets. And the cool thing about underwater, it's a very target-rich environment. So I absolutely love to go out and spearfish. And probably my third favorite type of diving is ice diving. And I really enjoy every winter going up north and doing that. We were very, very fortunate this year that part of our lake actually froze over. So we didn't have a big expense of traveling up north to go ice diving, but those are probably my 3 favorite types: search and recovery, spearfishing, and ice diving. Yes.
I'm going to tell him my actual color of my hair is blonde.
Do it now?
My actual color of my hair is blonde.
Oh, yeah. You got blonde hair. Oh, Dad responded again. Yep, we're definitely going back to Curacao in April of 2019. So in the future, could you make a solo diving video? I'll be happy to do that. I have to be a little bit careful when I make certain videos and talk about certain stuff from a liability standpoint. You got to understand that, because we're not training. Oh, you okay? Sorry, my 8-month-old back here. She's coughing up on a bone or something. But I have to be careful from a liability standpoint that, you know, I don't want people using YouTube necessarily as a learning ground of how to scuba dive. It's more just an educational thing of learning a little bit about it. YouTube should never, ever be a replacement for training. But yes, I will definitely make a solo diving video. I might even show you how I set up my equipment when I do solo diving, redundant air systems and stuff like that. I met a dive master from in Jamaica at a dive shop who is really into ice diving. It sounds like fun. It's definitely fun. It's definitely gear intensive. It's no different than, say, technical diving or cave diving. It is very gear intensive, and there's a lot of trust involved in it, which as a public safety diver, I have to trust the people up top when I'm, say, looking for evidence or bodies and stuff like that. As an ice diver, I also have to trust my surface support crew, because they're our lifeline back to the surface. They have, you know, their tenderness. We have ropes going. So if it wasn't for them guys, then I couldn't do it safely. So yeah, definitely a lot of trust there. And it's definitely fun as well. Let's see. Shane goes, what brand of spear gun would you recommend for a beginner? Well, Mares. Anything to do with Mares. A lot of guys, you know, that we're a Mares dealer. As far as a pneumatic gun or a banded gun, I have to say I prefer the banded guns better than the air powered ones, if you will. I think they're a little bit easier to load. They're not as mechanically challenged in a sense. Now, they're both going to be great for larger style fish, but getting started, by all means, start out with a spear pole, either an Hawaiian sling or just a pole spear in general. Start shooting you some small fish and then work up to bigger fish. But yeah, to answer your question, Mares, I'm loyal to Mares.
Hey, Daddy.
Yes.
Could I tell him about how this holiday was?
Yeah, tell them about your trip down here.
This trip here was amazing. We got to go swim in the pool and go to the ocean and play. It was amazing. Cream.
We drive out on the beach.
Yeah, and I played with my friend Kat.
Yeah, she made a new friend down here. What did we get to climb in several?
Lighthouses.
Yeah, we got to see just about all the lighthouses on the eastern coast of North Carolina, which is cool.
Almost did?
We almost. There's several we didn't get to see. And you get to see Cape Lookout, Baldy Island. Several that we didn't actually get to see.
Okay, maybe we can see it next time.
Okay. Let's see. He's got another one that says, I know I've asked in the past, but could you make a dive master briefing video? Absolutely. I'll be glad to. I've actually got several guys finishing up their dive master class right now. One, he's actually watching, guys, Sam Angelo. If everybody will give him a big congratulations. He just finished his dive master program. His paperwork is still being processed by SSI. So that's why we hadn't quite posted it on our Facebook page yet. But I will definitely make another video as far as briefings and what should be included in them. And not just, you know, things that you want to see underwater, but safety concerns, how to get in and out of a boat and stuff like that. Congrats, Sam. Cool. Yeah, guys, like I said, Sam Angelo, he just got his SSI Dive Master. So definitely give him some love, give him some props. And I'll tell you this too. He's got a YouTube channel as well. If you're big into cameras and stuff like that, go check out his YouTube channel. Yep, there's Sam. Sam, if you could put your YouTube channel link, because you're better at that than I am, put your link down there so everybody can click on it and go check it out. Guys, Sam's a student that I've got out of Ohio. You've seen him in a previous live video with us. He travels to us, once a month or once every 2 months with his family. So, appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely wished we had more subscribers. We're still, we started in 2012, but we're still new to the whole YouTube thing. You all right? So,
why is it not showing 50? But someone just showed up again.
We're at right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, there's how many people's looking. Or watching. That's how many likes we got. Where are we at? We're at 20 minutes and 30 seconds, so we still got plenty of time.
Sorry.
What?
Frog.
You got cookies all over your lips or ice cream one. Oh, you're falling.
So, guys, the first page.
There you go, guys. Sam just put his link up there. Definitely go check out his channel. Anything from security cameras to Sam owns a production company up in Ohio, so they do anything from fireworks to videography. Just you name it, they do it. Paul says, hi, I wreck dive in cold water, single tank, and I'm going to start slinging an aluminum 40. What is your recommendations on what depth makes sense to carry a pony boat? That is a great question, and I have some personal recommendations, I'll tell you, that are personal rules, if you will, that I follow. As far as redundant air systems, if I'm doing any type of overhead environment, I don't care if it's just going underneath a dock. If it's an overhead environment, I always take a redundant air system with me. Hold on. If it's any type of night dive, whether it's 5 foot deep or 100 foot deep in the quarry, any type of night dive, I have a redundant air system with me. Anytime it's a public safety dive or a solo dive, I always have a redundant air system with me. And also anytime I'm deeper than, say, 60 feet, then I always take some type of redundant air system. So that would kind of be my recommendations as far as when you should carry it. And make sure I got all your question answered. What was the recommendation on depth? Yep. So, yes.
If they liked my painting.
If y'all liked her painting, just give me a thumbs up or let her know that y'all liked her painting on there. But yeah, overhead environments, night dives, public safety dives, or any time that I'm deeper than, say, 60 feet. See, we climbed a lighthouse. My buddy said he was taking an elevator down. My girlfriend started looking for the elevator. It's 1800s lighthouse. Yeah. It'd been nice if the lighthouses we went in would have had elevators. It'd been a lot easier than climbing them. Sam ever need a dive buddy? I'm in Ohio. There you go, Sam. Got you a dive buddy.
11.
Yep. Ooh, what's he saying right there? You recognize that?
Okay.
Okay, and what's that mean in scuba diving? That means go
up.
Yep. So he said, okay, go up. He's cool. Oh, you're falling, Tessa.
Sorry.
I wish I could paint that good, Tessa. You make me jealous.
What do you mean?
He says he likes your paint. He wished he could paint as good as you.
Good, Tessa, you make me jealous. Who said that?
Say Travis Hickens. Pretty cool. Oh, Sam made a new dive buddy. Check that out. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Me up on
Twitter or Facebook. So we're friends with him on Twitter and Facebook, ain't we? Yep. So any more questions, guys? Let me know what type of diving you guys like doing or where your favorite place to dive is, because I'm constantly trying to find a new place. As a dive instructor, we tend to go to the same places over and over and over with students. And just when I go out and fun dive, I like to go out and explore. So let me know where your favorite places are. And two are having a conversation.
What part of
Ohio?
Ohio.
You all from?
All from.
Yep. Oh, Tess, you gotta sit still. You're killing my leg.
Sorry. Guys, my painting just comes up by water. Just dip it in water and it shows right up.
What kind of paint is it? It's water paint, yeah.
It's this kind of paint. Paint with water.
Yep. Did you name the octopus?
It's Twisty.
Twisty.
And the crab's Crabola.
Crabola? Is that a female crab?
That's the fish name is Fishy.
Say, we eat the fish. We eat crabs. Do we eat octopus? We baked some live octopus before, haven't we? At a Chinese restaurant.
And you can eat seaweed.
When do we eat seaweed? And sushi? Yep. So, have you ever went diving in Lake Mojave or Lake Mead area? No, but I'd love to. I hear Lake Mead's really, really clear. So I definitely love to go there sometime. What about you? Think you'd like to go?
And guess what?
Lake Tahoe,
I've
that area?
been swimming for a long time.
Long, long time. Tell them what we did in the pool, what we worked on today.
Breathing underwater.
No, didn't breathe underwater. What do we do?
Swim.
You're swimming underwater with
Snorkel.
Snorkel. We was doing some free diving stuff, wasn't we?
And we done frog kicks.
That's right. We practiced our frog kicks. He asked if I'd ever been diving in Lake Mojave or Lake Mead.
Oh.
So, have I ever been there?
Why does it only have 13?
That means 13 people's watching. And we got 11 likes so far. And we've been live for 26 minutes. What's 15? 2 people stopped watching.
Oh, someone else.
Yep, there's 14 people watching. So we just got to wait, and they ask a question, and we answer it.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where we're at.
We are at the Mutual.
Where?
I forgot.
So we're at the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Oh, the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
So we are on family vacation down here.
Yeah.
We're actually on our last day. We'll be coming home tomorrow. So.
And our baby sister is cute like me.
Yep. So Miss Tabby's back there in the back with Mommy.
If you want to be introduced with her, you should check her out.
I don't think we got any pictures of her on LakeHickoryScuba's Facebook. We got some on our personal Facebook, don't we?
Yeah. But if you like my baby sister, just give us a thumbs up.
Give a thumbs up for baby sisters.
And big sister, that's me.
Big sister.
My baby sister was born September the 20th, and I was born July the 14th because I done a flip and it got stuck in my mom's belly.
You did a flip and got stuck in your mom's belly.
Yeah, I really did. Oh, look.
What does it say?
If you're
ever in Jupiter, Florida for some drift diving, I'd definitely like to dive with you. You know what? I would love to come to Jupiter, Florida and dive with you. For the ones that live in YouTube land, there's a YouTube channel called Deer Meat for Dinner. And I've been trying to contact Rob Arrington, if y'all know him, to see if I could come down there and dive with him, go out there on a boat. But for some reason, he won't contact me back. And I've sent email after email. Maybe it's going to a junk folder. I don't know. But if any of you guys know Rob, definitely send him a message. Let him know that I'm trying to get in contact. But if I'm ever in Jupiter, Florida, I will definitely come and dive with you. I love it down there. I'm a North Carolina brat, meaning I grew up actually where I'm at here in the Outer Banks. This is kind of where I grew up as a kid. It's where I used to come fishing with my family all the time and diving. And every summer from pretty much the day school got out to the day school started back, I spent it here in the Outer Banks. All that being said, I still like to say that Florida is probably one of my favorite places to dive on the East Coast, just because you don't have to go so far out is what you do here in North Carolina just to get some clear water. Sisters. So, yeah, I'd love to come down to Jupiter and dive with you. That's her what?
Floaty.
Yep. That's Tabby's little floaty. We're going to get her in the pool.
I can fit in that little floaty.
Yep.
I can do a flip inside it.
You can do a flip inside that? You probably can't even get inside that.
I can.
Think so?
No, really, I can't.
Cool. So let me ask you guys some questions. What videos in the future, I know I got to do the dive master briefing video and the solo diving briefing. What videos in the future would you guys like to see? Is there a specific topic you want me to talk about or explain? A particular type of gear or a style of gear? I know I've had a lot of questions about the whole philosophy of diving, why some divers choose, to, say, the DIR method over the recreational method and all that. So let's see, around what temperature should you use a cold water reg? You know, typically speaking, anything, say, colder than 40 degrees, I would say you definitely need a cold water reg system. Where we ice dive, the water's 34. The coldest I've ever seen our lake is about 37 degrees. So anything colder than 40, I would say you need a cold water reg. We typically dive in a lot of quarries here in our area, and the bottom of them is around the 43 mark. And I've never had a non-cold water reg freeze up. Not saying that it wouldn't, but I've never had it anything, say, warmer than 40 and actually have regulator trouble. So I'm going to say anything colder than 40 degrees, you would definitely want a cold water reg system. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, if you guys got any suggestions for videos, if you've been to my training room at our store, you can see that I've got a whole list of videos that we're in the process of shooting. And I'm not really running out of ideas, but I do want to create the content that you guys want to see. So give me some suggestions on what videos to make as well. Side mount diving, boat diving, while side mount. I can definitely do that as well. You guys know I love the side mount dive. Actually, on one of our recent videos where we went and dove the pump house, somebody had commented on that one that they wanted to know about boat entries and exits on side mount. So that's actually on the board to make as well. I'm getting into the DIR and would like to see some stuff on setting up the gear for newbies to that style. I can definitely make a video for that as well. I need to give you a disclaimer, though, on DIR style diving. Though I believe the philosophy in itself is very safe and I do like it, I don't necessarily follow the DIR philosophy for every single dive. I'm not against it by no means. There's certain times that I am in a DIR setup, if you will, especially in the side mount situation. I always dive a long hose and side mount. I love the bolt snaps and the double enders and all that. I think they're very safe. They're easy for, say, an entanglement situation. You can break them free and all that. So I do love I do agree with the philosophy. I just don't believe it's perfect for every situation. So yeah, but I'll definitely make a video about that, and I'll talk about why some people choose the DIR method. I'm gonna say 50% of my friends kind of in the industry, a lot of dive master stuff, they dive the DIR style. The other 50% are basically just recreational divers, and they don't. So I see both sides of it. I do agree with it. I just don't believe it works for every single situation. What are you doing? If let's say our local sandbar on the lake, which is about 3 to 10 foot deep, I don't need 2 tanks on my back. I don't need a long hose there. I mean, I can jump and be at the surface. So even though I believe DIR methods are safe, and they do, they follow that redundant systems, I don't believe they're for every type of diving out there. But I will definitely make you a video. I'm going to go back as soon as I get home and reread all these comments and start writing the stuff down so I can make it. Sorry, guys. My screen just kind of buzzed out on me there for a second.
What?
Yep.
Does that mean?
See, it shook on me there, like we lost feed.
Like that?
Kind of like this right here. Kind of done that number and then froze up. I don't think you can make it do it now. Are you cross-eyed? Is your eyes just crossed? Looked weird. Hello from Russia. Hey, what's up? That's pretty cool. We got viewers all the way across the big pond. Oh, you got to sit still, baby. You're killing my leg.
Sorry.
Let's see. How about one on what all the different abbreviations and initials that dive computers have on them? Hey, that's great idea. I can definitely do that as well. How would someone get into commercial diving? Here in the States, there's several different schools. Probably the biggest one's the Ocean Corporation out of Texas. There's one here in North Carolina in the Wilmington area. And I believe there's one down in Florida. The one here in North Carolina and one in Florida, I don't remember the names. But the biggest one, basically, you just apply, give them a call, tell them that you're wanting to get started. And I know that most of them will pay you during your training. If I remember correctly, the Ocean Corporation guarantees a 98th percentile hire rate once you graduate. And, of course, they'll pay you during training. And then, of course, you get a 98% chance of getting a job. So, oh, mommy's phone's going off.
Sorry.
Oh, Tessa, you really got to sit still.
What am I going to say if I'm killing your leg?
You are killing my leg.
How am I killing your leg?
Because you're heavy. You're cutting off the circulation in it. Sorry, guys. She's a 6-year-old with just full of energy. What are your guys' favorite type of diving? What do you guys like doing? I know a couple of you asked about side mounts. So I'm assuming side mounts fun for you guys as well. Where do y'all like diving? Lakes, oceans, springs, quarries? Where do you like to go diving? You've been in the pool and you've been in the lake. Which one's your favorite?
I like going to the lake.
You like diving in the lake? What do we get to see in the lake?
We get to see a lot of fishes sometimes. I caught a fish in the lake once.
You did catch a fish not too long ago, didn't you?
Yeah. It was a big fish.
Big fish. Any diving that gets me wet, hey, I'd have to agree with you. Wetter the better. Okay. Anywhere I can hone my skills. Most definitely. A lot of people neglect swimming pools for that. I recently had a discussion about logging dives. We made a video on this as well. But I had a discussion about logging dives. And someone asked, do I log pool dives? And I said no, but I went into a little bit more detail. And I answered him and said, though I should. Oh, you okay? Cover your mouth. So when we talk about logging dives, you know, we go into a swimming pool to practice, whether we're practicing open water skills, rescue skills, or just honing, say, some technical dive skills. But when we think about what a scuba dive is, it's any time that we're breathing. Go get you something to drink. Get you some water.
Okay.
Anytime that we're breathing compressed gas under more than 1.0 atmospheres, where there is a risk of either air embolism or decompression sickness, then technically that's a dive. And whether we should log it for training purposes, that's completely up to you. In a industry standard point, there's certain things, certain criteria that have to be met: depth, time, stuff like that. But as far as what you put in your logbook, if you're going to make a dive, say in a 10-foot swimming pool, just to hone your skills, definitely log that dive down and put it on there that it was a practice dive, that you're practicing those skills. Let's see. If you're diving, you're having fun. That is very true. Every time I go diving, no matter what type it is, I'm having fun. Well, let me change that. Public safety diving, which I do a lot of, it's not always fun, especially when you're retrieving bodies. Great Lakes most of the time. I'd love to get up to the Great Lakes. What's the viz up there? What's the temperature? I've actually had 2 invites to come up. Just right now, I don't have time. Keeps going out. Guys, this is actually our 3rd live video, and I'm still trying to learn this. But for some reason, my screen keeps jiggling, and the comments will go away and come back about 10 seconds later. This is often 100-foot, average of 40 foot of depth. What's the temperature in the Great Lakes? What's the average temperature? What?
I need to.
And jump up here.
The first number rule in scuba is don't hold your breath.
That's right. The number 1 rule. Tell them why we don't hold our breath.
Because if you hold your breath, the oxygen from your breath can go down and pressure up into your body.
Well, technically, you're thinking of nitrogen goes out into your body as we breathe. But what can happen if we come up and we got air, residual air in our lungs?
Yeah, if you come up too fast to the surface, it will go.
That's right. So we could have an air embolism or pneumothorax or a bunch of stuff.
But if you come up slow to the water, it will not go.
That's right. Fist bump. Blow it up.
That's how you blow up something. One time, we blew up a bottle.
We did blow up a bottle. That's right. You was in that video, wasn't you? You remember what we was making the video on?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a Coke. If you shake it up and then turn it really fast, it will.
That was on decompression sickness, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely go check out that video, guys. Miss Tessa made a cameo in it. Didn't you? Y'all want to meet the rest of my family? Come here. She's going to kill me because she ain't got no makeup or nothing on. But, guys, this is my wife, Heather. If you've ever been to the store here, whenever. And this is our newest little rugrat. This is Miss Tabitha. She's 8 months old.
Yeah.
So say, hey, can you wave? She can say bye, but she can't say hey yet. Say, hey, what you doing?
But she can say bye-bye.
Yep, she can say bye-bye, dada, and mama.
And tata.
Tata. Can you say Tessa yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, look.
Hello, Lake Hickory family. Hello to you too, James.
So, James, how is it where you're at right now?
Oh, you've got to sit still, Tessa.
I have no idea what's.
You have what?
Hi, all.
Call him. Hi, all. Look, he smiled at you. For the ones that's just joining us, tell everybody where we're at.
We are at the
Where are we
North
at?
Carolina.
Yep.
Outer Museum.
Outer Banks.
Outer Bank.
We're on the Outer Banks of North Carolina, guys. We're right off Highway 12, which is the main road that goes from North Carolina all the way down to the south tip of it.
We are clock.
So we're on family vacation. We've been visiting lighthouses all week. Been doing some fishing out on the beach and driving out. What'd you do? Oh, he hit you in. We've been driving out on the beaches and going swimming in the ocean. Ironically, we haven't done any diving. We did do some free diving in the pool today. We was working. Tell everybody what you was working on in the pool.
We were working on breathing and learning how to just relax in the pool.
And what kind of kicks were we doing?
Frog kicks.
That's right. We was working on our frog kicks.
Super good.
And what was you learning how to clear? Remember?
The water in the tank.
No. What was we breathing from? Oh, there our comments went away again. There they go.
Regulator.
Our snorkels.
Yeah.
So he's doing some free diving techniques with her and teaching her how to clear her snorkel. And then we was doing some frog kicks as well. Oh, there's Miss Tabby coming back.
Where?
All right, so
you little cute nerd.
Did you dive with any sand tigers while there? No, we didn't do any diving while down here. This was kind of me getting away from work. We just spent the time fishing and going to see all the historical sites. We went to the Wright Brothers Memorial. Everything that I got to see as a kid, this was Tessa's trip. We brought her down as well to let her see all that. But I do have a video, probably from 6 or 7 months ago, where I took a group of guys down, or actually down here is actually further south than where we're at now. But we dove with a bunch of the sand tigers.
What is a sand tiger?
Sand tiger shark. Big old scraggle tooth shark. You've seen pictures. Actually, I think you got to see them in the Georgia Aquarium with me. I think they might have them in there.
And
Because if you go to Russia, you need to see Orda cow.
Hey, Daddy.
What kind of dive site is that?
Daddy, who is our cousin that works at this place that's close to the grocery store? It's
Our cousin that works at the place close to the grocery store.
It's a restaurant. Destiny.
Oh, Destiny. Yep. Got a cousin that works close to the. See, type too fast, I guess.
You tap too fast?
Tap too fast. See, I can type pretty fast. It's hard to do it with my left hand. Oh, there it goes.
Why
do you say ribbit when you practice your frog kick? When you practice frog kicking, do we go ribbit, ribbit?
Well, if you're underwater, no. But if you're not, yes.
Hey, can you tell everybody how you frog kick? Do you remember the steps?
Yes, you first.
Here, show them with your feet. Well, you're going to be upside down. Show them how you do it with your feet. Spread. That's right. So we use the blade, we slice, and then we kick. Right? Very good. Oh, God, you're getting heavy. So why don't we like the frog kick? What's the coolest thing about the frog kick?
Because the frog kick, when you do the frog kick, you get to like stretch your legs.
You get to stretch your legs. Sometimes we call this the resting phase. The frog kick is so powerful that it will actually propel you because you're using all that propulsion to push the water backwards versus the flutter kick where only really half the kick is working. Daddy, so we use that resting phase to relax and still propel while we glide.
Daddy,
yes.
Huh? Do you remember when Jason asked me to be his girlfriend?
And what did we say about him asking you?
He had to ask you.
That's right. He has to come ask me first. Tessa's got a little friend of hers at school that wants her to be his girlfriend. I told him, no, not unless he asked me first. That's right. Daddy's pretty protective, isn't he?
Yeah.
No boyfriends till you're 30. Oh, what else do we do today? What did we do this morning?
Well, we got to climb the biggest lighthouse in the world.
Well, at least in the United States. What was the name of it? Do you remember?
What's it start with?
Cape? Hatteras? Lighthouse.
Hatterson Lighthouse.
What kind of stripes was it?
Black and white.
And they were spiraled, right?
Uh-huh. I'll show you.
Do you remember how many steps was in it? What did the park ranger say? It's over 200. I could be wrong. I think it was like 287 steps to the top.
Yeah, I'm going to show them the lighthouse we had.
Actually, there's a picture of it here somewhere.
No, it's just a map.
Oh, I'll see if you look right here behind me. See it goes right. Let's see if I can do this. No, my finger's in the way. Right there. There's Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. So, sit still. Dove in Greenland once. We were between continental plates, Waco. I'd actually love to go do that dive.
I need to get
how everybody says the visibility. Okay. Everybody says the visibility is great there. I just think it's really cool that you can kind of reach out with both hands and touch two continents at the same time. That'd be an awesome dive to go do. I kind of got jealous. The president of Scuba Schools International, SSI, Mr. Doug McNeese, at a recent instructor update that we did for SSI, everybody was talking about how he was over there making that dive. So it made a lot of us jealous. Let's see. Hi from England. If you're going to redesign the PADI dry suit course, what would you add and what would you subtract?
Daddy, do you remember?
Oh, that's a good one.
Daddy, do you remember when we were at that? Remember today we were on the beach and the water went over my head. That's
right. It knocked you over. So getting back to the question, how would I redesign the PADI dry suit course? I'm not sure I would redesign any course by any training agency. I'm not sure I would change any standards whatsoever. And here's why. When an agency sets standards, the instructor must follow that. What a lot of people get mistaken, and if you guys are on scuba boards, you'll see a lot of times there's a lot of agency bashing between people. This agency teaches this better than that. You got to remember, training agencies do not train scuba divers. Training agencies' job is to create or publish, if you will, training material for the instructors to teach. So it's really up to the instructor how it's going to be taught. Yes?
Can I show how my paper works?
Just in a minute. Let me finish this, okay? So when the training agency gives us a set of standards or an instructor manual, which we have to abide by, that really doesn't say how we have to teach. It just says what we've got to teach. So I'm not sure I would change the course in any way, shape, or form. And if you've had the dry suit course, I don't know how your instructor taught it. Probably one of the biggest questions about dry suit diving that we get asked a lot is, do we use our BC or do we use our dry suit for buoyancy control? And it really depends. I'm not the type that's sitting on the fence and say you should do one or the other. It really depends on your setup, how much weight you're wearing, whether it's warm water, cold water, you know, if you're using a dry suit, and there's a lot of questions. So I'm not going to say I would change anything about the course, but if I knew more about who trained you, how they trained you, I could tell you what I would have added and subtract from that. But I don't think any of the 5 agencies I teach for, I don't think I would change any of the curriculum for it. Seal for Iceland. Yep, that's where the Continental plates. Can't remember where exactly I was. That was 15 years ago. Yep. Okay. All right, you wanted to show them your what?
How my paint book.
Oh, how your paint book works? Here.
How it paints.
How it paints. Let's pick a picture for them. Let's do the turtle.
This is a turtle, but I need some water first in a cup.
Mama got you some water right there.
Okay.
All right, guys. She wants to show you how she paints your turtle here.
It?
Yep. Pick a color, green.
Oh, we need some more. Huh.
It's not turning green. Here, see if Daddy can do it.
It does turn green.
Hey, we saw a sea turtle today, didn't we? While we was fishing.
Yeah, it turns green.
There, now it's green.
Okay.
Yep. Why don't you paint it, and at the very end of the video, we'll show everybody.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. What's the craziest thing you have ever recovered? I'm not sure I can answer that and it still be PG, but I will tell you some of the coolest things I've found. We found a fuel tank off an F-86 fighter jet that dated back to the Korean War. That was actually found in our lake. My ancestor's house, of course, we kind of knew where it was at, but being able to see it the first time, that was really cool. What other crazy stuff? My dad, if you're still watching, you can tell him what one of the coolest things he ever found. A guy actually paid him to go after his false teeth. I think the story goes he was working on his dock or something, and he had hit his hand with a hammer, and he screamed, his teeth fell out, and then he got mad and threw his hammer in or his tools or whatnot. So that's probably the craziest thing he ever found. Can you give an overview of the rescue diver course consists of? Yes. So there's 3 parts to the rescue diver course, regardless. Oh,
Daddy,
you okay?
My green's not showing up again.
So, well, you tore the paper. The rescue diver course has 3 parts, just like any other class. You got the. Okay, we'll get you another one. You've got the academic session, which is where we teach you prevention of problems. The easiest way to solve a problem is preventing it from ever happening. So during our rescue diver courses, during the academic, we're going to teach you how to solve problems on land. You're putting your gear together. You have an O-ring failure. You have this or that. We're going to teach you how to fix that. In the pool session, that's where we're going to teach you okay, we did everything we could to prevent this, but something still happened, and we need to learn how to deal with that efficiently and safely as well. And then, of course, the open water portion, this is where we're going to put everything together. We're going to give you 3 live scenarios, start to finish, meaning on dive 1, you may or may not have a problem during the setup phase or the pre-dive phase. You may or may not have a problem during the dive itself, and you may or may not have a problem at the end of the dive during the post-dive part of it. So it's all about preventing problems. Okay, we prevented them, but they still happen, so let's learn to deal with it. And then how do we cope with the stress and stuff like that? So that's kind of a quick overview of what's in the rescue diver course. Oh, my screen, guys, sorry about that. My screen went black again. I know we got good internet. We're going on 53 minutes. We'll probably stop this at an hour just because I got it. My little one's back here in the background. I got to get her down. We still got to eat supper and go from there. We actually got pizza tonight, don't we? So, guys, yeah, if you got any more questions in the next 6 minutes or 5.5 minutes, please ask. If you got any suggestions for future videos, please put them on there. We'll be glad to make some videos for you as well. Usually we can get videos out a lot quicker in the wintertime than what we can in the summertime, simply because we've got more time. Thank you. I recently did the dry suit course and was taught to leave exhaust valve half open and to use dry suit for buoyancy and not the BCD. Since doing the course, I think it should be the opposite. Let me tell you how I do it. I'm not telling you this is what you should do. Let me just tell you how I do it. I use my BCD for buoyancy control because that's what it's designed for. I use my dry suit as a environmental protection or a exposure suit because that's what it's designed to do. All that being said, there are times when I hit the dry suit inflator to put air in it to keep me warm or to change something, and it does manipulate my buoyancy. And at the same time, I don't have to do it with my BCD. Now, the times that I only use my dry suit for buoyancy control is when I'm truly in a balanced rig. That means everything is planned out or weighed out just right so that when I hit that little button, it's the exact same amount of air as what's going into my BCD itself. So technically, I do both. I'll use my BCD for buoyancy control, especially in cold water. If I'm ice diving, I typically wear about 40 pounds, 35 to 40 pounds worth of lead just to be able to sink because of all the undergarments I wear. So, of course, I'm going to be using my BCD. I don't need to put that much air in my dry suit just for buoyancy control. But if I'm in a warmer environment where I'm only wearing, say, 15 pounds, then, of course, my dry suit can work as that buoyancy control as well. But my suggestion to you, do what you're comfortable with. Do what you feel safe using. If you don't want to have to juggle the inflator and your exhaust valve wherever it's at, then don't. Use what's working for you. Favorite diving destination in the Caribbean? The Caribbean. Any place that's warm tropical waters where I can shoot fish, by all means. That's probably my favorite. Smash the like button. Well, let's see if I can do it. I don't know if it'll let me do it. Nope, I can't do it. I tried it. I noticed in your videos you have a soft light handle. Which one is it? Is it universal for diameter lights? Okay, so in my search and recovery videos, the light that goes on my hand, and I'm assuming that's what your question is, that's made by Comfort Zone Scuba, and it is just a generic grip or light holder, if you will. There's several companies that make the exact same thing. The one I personally use comes from Comfort Zone Scuba. It comes with their Land and Sea model, which is an awesome light, by the way, guys. It's relatively inexpensive. It's 1,000 lumens, and probably my favorite thing about it, of course, it takes the AA battery, so definitely check into those lights. Wing or jacket style? Wing. I am an old school diver. I do have several jackets, and I still wear a jacket, but I'm a wing fan. Typically a back inflate style is what I teach in. It's what I fun dive in. Backplate and wing, by all means, is bar none my favorite to use. But I still wear a jacket. If I'm just going to the pool for a tri scuba, I'll throw on a jacket. If I'm just going to do, say, a quick search and recovery, 10 foot or less, where in the middle of the summer I'm in swimming trunks or maybe a shorty, I just throw on a jacket real quick because I don't need weights or anything like that because of my weights. But do you cave dive? No, I don't. I do have a cavern cert. I do not have a cave cert. I am not a cave instructor. As far as overhead environments, I do teach ice diving. And a lot of people ask, why do I not cave dive? And the biggest thing about cave diving for me, there's no caves where I live. For me to go cave diving, I have to travel. And that's not a big deal for me by any means. But if I, say, lived in that North Florida area, by all means, I would be a cave diver. I would definitely be a cave instructor. Usually when I go to that North Florida area, we're going to the springs, I always have open water students with me, so I just don't have time to do it. I've heard the argument, well, you said that if you live there, you'd be a cave diver, but obviously you don't live where there's a lot of ice and you're an ice diver. There is no comparison, guys. If you've never tried ice diving, if you've never seen the view of the sunlight literally penetrating that ice, you have got to do that at least once. It needs to be on your bucket list. So I would rather spend my money going up ice diving, which is a very, very rare event. I could go cave diving anytime I wanted, but I can't go ice diving anytime I want. And it's just that sense to be up under the ice, the camaraderie. You know, cave divers are a tight-knit group. They really are. I've got a lot of cave diving friends, but ice divers, we're tighter. We truly are, because we have in cave diving versus ice diving. In cave diving, you have what's called a guideline to get you out. we have a lifeline to get us out, and that lifeline is another human being at the surface controlling pretty much everything we do. And there's so much trust in ice diving, and that's why I would prefer to ice dive over cave diving. But definitely not against it. Like I said, I do have a cavern cert, and I do make several cavern dives a year when I'm down in the springs. But I just, most of the crowd that I dive with are not cave divers as well. So I've just never had that need. Let's see. What Mares wing style BCD would you recommend for a beginner who has to travel? They don't actually make it anymore. It was the Mares Hybrid Pure. I just sold my very last one, which was my personal one, and I've upgraded to the new Mares Pure. But the reason I said the Hybrid Pure, it had a folding back plate, so it made it easy to travel with. You could stow it. I wear a medium BCD, and it packed up to about that small, so it was really good. But other than that, there's the Bolt and the new Pure, if you will. They're great BCDs. They're lightweight. If you don't like weight pouches, maybe you're an old school diver and you like the weight belt itself, you can actually take the weight pouches off. That's going to eliminate a little bit extra girth or extra bulk. So, and I'm not sure about the Bolt, but I know the Pure you can. But that would probably be it. I am a big fan of backplate and wings. If you've never dove a backplate and wing, by all means, try it as well. Let's see.
How am I doing?
Let's see. Ice diving sounds intriguing. Do you give ice diving instructions? I do. I teach ice diving through all 5 agencies that I train through. And a lot of you guys, well, how do you know which agency? I teach whatever the student wants. If they come in, they want this agency, that's what I teach. If they want this agency, that's what I teach. There's a lot of times when I'm teaching courses, especially open water, I may have 2 open water students in this agency and 2 open water students in this agency. And when we go down to do checkout dives and I'm doing my briefing with them, I'm like, okay, remember, you guys got to do these skills. You guys got to do these skills, but I got to add an extra one for you. So I juggle it a lot sometimes. Have you dived using rebreathers much? What do you think of rebreathers? I don't do much rebreather diving at all, really. I think they're great. I think it's an excellent tool if you need it. If you want to try it, we just did the subgravity demo day, which is an awesome event where people could come out and try the subgravity rebreathers. I think if you need a rebreather for whatever type of diving you're doing, then dive a rebreather. It's just like my opinions on side mount. Oh, you're done? She wants to show you your picture, guys. Did a little blue whale. It's pretty cool. What's its name? You got to name it. Name the whale. Welly. That's a pretty cool name. All right, so getting back real quick, if you have a purpose for side mount, if you're in that overhead cave environment and it's tight and you can't get in there with doubles, and side mount dive, if it works for you, that's great as well. I do a lot of open water side mount diving, and I do it for the redundancy and for the trim purposes. I love being perfectly trimmed out. Yes. Hold on. Go ahead.
If you like the name Welly on my whale, just give us a thumbs up and hit a like button.
Yep, there you go. So I do a lot of open water side mount diving, and I do it for the redundancy and, like I said, the trim. I love being perfectly horizontally trimmed. I'm actually in the process of making a video of why we want to be like this. Now, I will say this. There are times when I dive like this. There are times when I dive inverted. It just depends on what I'm doing. If I'm doing photography and I need to get a picture, then I'll contort my body to get the picture. If I'm spear fishing, I'm climbing up underneath coral to get that fish, I'll do it as well. But generally speaking, I am in that trimmed out position. So I'll be making a video on that as well. But like I said, side mount for the redundancy part too. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything on there. You specifically asked about rebreathers. Yeah, if you have a purpose for rebreathers, dive a rebreather. I'm sold on ice diving now. I lived in Colorado, so ice is plentiful. Yeah, if you're out there in Colorado, stop in and see Mr. Doug McNeese. Give him a little shout out, the president of SSI. Where do you do ice diving training? We go to Plattsburgh, New York. We actually do the training in our shop, and then we do the checkout dives up there. We dive Lake Champlain in upstate New York. We dive Chazy Lake in upstate New York. We were actually scheduled to go to Muncie, Indiana this past year to dive with Tom Laird at Laird's Underwater Services. They have a private quarry that freezes up every year. Guys, if you don't know Tom Laird, They too have a YouTube channel, and Tom is also the owner of PDIC and SEI. So go check out their YouTube channel, find them on Facebook, and give them some love as well. Paul said, "Hey Tessa," Paul says, "Excellent painting. He loved your painting." Where is Doug located? To be honest, I don't know. It's somewhere in Colorado, wherever the SSI headquarters are.
Daddy, do you want me to pull my tooth on camera?
Do I want you to pull your tooth out on camera? Y'all want to see her pull her tooth?
I need a tissue.
You need a tissue?
If I don't
Now, you know if there's any blood, I can't put that on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that. We got to keep this blood-free channel. So, well, guys, I really hate to jump off here. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. I want to thank everybody that has watched our videos in the past, that have been subscribers. If you've shared our videos, big love to you guys. We wouldn't make this channel if it wasn't for you guys. You know, it's y'all that, or you're the reason that we're here. James from Marina, thank you. You're welcome, and thank you for watching. Yes.
I'm going to tell them if they had a great time.
Yep. There you go.
Guys, just give us a thumbs up if you had a great time. At the place we are at and where you are at, just hit a like button and give some comments and give us a thumbs up. Have fun.
Have fun. And you want to help me end it? You think you can say our closing? Say, as always, make sure you...
As always, make sure you...
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Like us on Facebook.
Like us on Facebook.
Pin us on Pinterest.
Pin us on Pinterest.
Subscribe to us here on YouTube.
Subscribe to us here on YouTube.
Appreciate your business.
What?
And as always.
And that's always.
Appreciate your business.
We appreciate your business.
Very good. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys. See you later. Hope you had a great time.